I think more than just making shots, the way they executed. You know, we were competing. You know, Kawhi really took the game over first, and then Patty Mills was lethal. But previous to that, what kind of made it, what we didn't do, the one thing we could have done better, I thought, is just our connectivity when they're throwing the ball to the post with Aldridge and West. I thought that we weren't aggressive enough early, helping, and then when we were aggressive later, we didn't. And we had some breakdowns in our rotations, but you know, I don't think that would have mattered. You know, the way those guys stepped up, and he just stepped up. He showed why he's one of the best players in the league. I think they had open looks in the first half, and we were fortunate they didn't hit them, and obviously neither did we. But they make you expend so much energy that I think when you do get it, you know, open shots, you know, they're a little harder. You know, it's just they don't. You have to work for them. You know, they're a superior team, and if you're going to play with them, which we did for a while, you got to be able to make some shots. But even if we'd hit shots, you know, that would have kept us closer. But I thought ultimately their physicality, they raised their level, and that's why they're, you know, arguably the best team in the league with Golden State. I mean, they're that good. So it's a measure for us. You know, we have some guys that I think can play better, you know, and play tougher collectively. But you know, you have to play these types of games to know where you are. And we saw, you know, our guys really compete for, you know, we competed the whole game. For the first half, I thought we were more effective. And then, like I said, they turned it up a notch, both individually and collectively with their execution. You know, I've said it's hard to play three-point guards, and we did it last game. And you know, Sheldon started the game. I was conscious of getting him a little early. I think he's fatigued right now a little bit, just playing a few more minutes and frankly playing in altitude. And Howell came in and did a terrific job. You know, I mean, I thought defensively he really gave us a lift. He got a couple steals, was very good on the ball, and you know, we had a hard time scoring, and I thought that Trey could really give us some of that in the third quarter and the second half. So we did the same thing. I think I put him in about the 7-8 minute mark. In hopes that he could get us going. We did basically the same substitution pattern last game, you know, and it was effective. So we really didn't get, you know, none of those three guys, you know, had their best games. And so, you know, whether it's making shots or making plays, and that says a lot about some of that size that's down there. And, you know, we had a few open looks. Sheldon had a good clean look a couple times and missed them. So, you know, I think as much as those substitutions, which I think are solid, we just got to play better as a group, you know, against a great team. It's a hard thing, especially for, well, it's hard for Sheldon, you know, coming to a new group. It's hard for Trey. It's hard for Raul. I mean, that's the nature. That's what it means to be in a rotation and be on a team. You know, with the exception of, you know, Gordon, Rodney, and Fave, nobody really knows when their number's going to be called consistently. You know, even Rudy didn't finish the game the other night because we went small. So we need a lot of guys just being ready to go, and we've been lucky that we've had that. You know, Chris Johnson maybe being the best example of Bone, whether it's 2 minutes or 10 minutes. So that's the mentality our guys have to have at that position, and hopefully Sheldon, as you said, can kind of keep doing some of the things that we felt like he could do while we traded for him.
I think first off, they're a good defensive team, and they force you to take tough twos. They're also good at mixing up, you know, whether or not they're switching on pick and rolls, and you know, they've been doing it for a while. They're 49-9, so I mean, they're a good team. You know, first off, it's experiences that are gained, and we're starting to build those up here. We've had a lot of close games this season. We're playing pretty good basketball. You know, tonight obviously was a little bit of a setback, but I think you just continue to you know, play on the court together, and I think it's just accumulated over time. Honestly, I mean, you look at those guys, and they've been doing it for a long time, so yeah, that's why they're so good. You know, just the same things that they always do. I mean, he's good on the ball, and then, like I said, they force you into tough twos with the way their bigs are on pick and rolls, and they do a good job of mixing up whether or not he's going to stay. So, you know, it's hard to tell if he's going to, you know, contest you from behind, or if they're dropping off and they're going to switch. And So I mean, they're just a good defensive team.
I was just being aggressive. Two guys I got a lot of respect for. So I just want to go out there, be aggressive, and take what the defense gives me. My whole thing was, we wasn't making a lot of threes, so I just wanted to be aggressive down in the paint and just try to get us going offensively. They got a lot of weapons. They got post players. They got three-point shooters. They got go-to scorer. Got point guard. They're a complete team. They got a lot of experience and they're a tough team to play against. He's a good player. Every time I go against him, I try to steal something from him. Every time I play against him and LaMarcus actually. So I always enjoy playing against him.
They play very physical, always like 2 or 3 guys grabbing me on the rebound, but that's the way they play, that's why they're the team they are, because they're very smart in offense and very physical in defense. Just expect it, expect to get hit, expect to get grabbed and all that, and I think I'm learning from that. Like I said, be more physical when the guys comes at me, and they really try to, like I said, every time I roll, every time I go rebound, I have a small guy on my knee and a big guy on my arms, so just being stronger and playing through it, and I think being more aggressive offensively also.